All right.
All right, here we are.
Welcome to the beginning,
The first episode,
the beta simp.
the test run, the soy boy sent into the wild.
So let's just jump right into this shit. And first and foremost, what is content? First and foremost, I'm Jeb. This is Bush. I'm gonna let him start. What is content, my friend?
In my eyes, anything that could be digested, something that you can relate to, or some shit that distracts you, honestly. Makes the day go by faster.
We're in an era where content can be created by anyone.
Anybody with a fucking flip phone can make content.
Anybody with a goddamn flip phone can make content.
If you have Badu Live, you can make content.
I watched the video yesterday about these guys, the Island Boys. I'm an island boy.
Oh, those two white kids.
Those two dudes with the fucking...
With Kodak Black
They
hair.
look like Donnie from Wild Thornberry if, he found out about Lean and Young Simmy at the same time.
Face tatted. I'm assuming everyone has seen it by now, but for those who haven't, it's two scrawny anorexic white boys in a pool, just pretending that they're Jamaican or Islanders, and that they're island boys.
And the worst part is that you take a look at them and you know that in today's day and age, the only direction for them is upwards. They're gonna make numbers, no matter
People
what.
hate their shit, but they're entertaining. You know they're gonna catch a deal off of that.
They're gonna be signed by Rock Nation by tomorrow, guaranteed.
Don't fucking say that.
But to not ramble over,
They're going to be the crowd filler. They get everyone inside. Look! It's the Island Boys, the pasty white kids, and then you bring out the main entrees, the rappers.
They're
Glorified food sellers.
they're the low calorie hors d'oeuvres, literally. But content. We're currently making content for pretty much nobody. But that's the luxury. That's the beauty. We're in an era where this is not only free to make.
What did you just say? We're narrowware?
We're in an era where it's
where?
free to make, and it's for nobody, but yet it's for everybody.
If you want, you can participate. That's pretty much what this is. You sit down, take a gander. Oh, look, they're talking about butt plugs and Island Boys. And that's what this is.
I'm an island boy. But it's a blessing and a curse, because before your grandma, probably when she was raising your mom or dad, she had what? Carson?
Johnny Carson,
She
Ed
had-
Sullivan Show.
She
If you
had...
make content, you have to have something.
You had to not only have talent, but you had to have...
And to quote Chris Rock, you have to have luck. You can have all the talent in the world. You have to be in the right place at the right fucking time.
True. But there was like one camera, is what I'm trying to say.
And it was owned by someone who knew how to work.
No, yeah, it was one fucking camera. Now it's like the bums, like under the bridge, can literally go viral on TikTok with the camera they have, because everyone has a phone, meaning everyone can create
Prison
content.
mates have phones.
But
they post shit to Instagram Live.
We're kind of like an example of that. I'm not saying we're, fucking.
We're not prison mates?
We're not.
I'm glad we're not.
Live from Central Bookings.
Yo, Cell Block 47, what up? After lunch, don't go on the shower.
How much would that ramen be? But it's pretty, it's dumb, but it's at the same time I really enjoy the fact that it's what used to be one camera, your 1 hour or your 5 minutes worth of like material doesn't exist anymore. Now it's like anybody and everyone really has opportunity to showcase something, whether it's an actual talent, whether it's a kid who could fucking play flute with his feet while he plays the piano with his teeth, and at the same time, you know,
Or the guy who's shoving pineapples up his ass.
or the Asian guy who paints himself golden and fucking like
And
puts
a Mentos on a
Mentos.
Coke and squeezes it out of his nose.
Yeah, and just lets every orifice of his body, you know, just fucking shoot Coca-Cola out of
For
it.
those who don't know, there's a TikToker who, I'm not even kidding, his entire act is putting a Mentos in a Coke. He puts it in his mouth and it comes out of his nose and his eyeballs go up.
What I love is
that's
that
really all that he does.
we've shamelessly plugged the Allen Boys and the Mentos Coke Chino
Together.
and
I've
exactly.
shown you Tom Mullica, right?
No, you have not.
In today's day and age, he would have gone viral. But at least he had to go through producers to get where he was. He was the guy who would eat cigarettes on TV. He'd light one, eat it, light another one. Even back then, he had to convince people, look, this is good. They want to watch me eat cigarettes. Let me see that.
Of course.
Thank you.
So, content. What is it? It's pretty much, for today's definition, content.
I almost inhaled this.
Don't.
Yeah, no, I threw up last time.
Content is content. If you can't dance, it doesn't mean you can't dance. Because you could post it.
Yeah. I think the one time I was mesmerized by content on YouTube was, it wasn't even someone. It was someone putting a lid on a little commercial Tupperware box of salami, but it couldn't fit. And the guy just kept saying, the salami lid won't fit. The salami lid,
Won't fit.
too much salami on the lid won't fit. And I remember I sent that to everybody I fucking knew, and I started crying of laughter.
So yeah, final piece of the puzzle. Content is it's meant to be shared. It's like it's the generational blunt. It's meant to be passed around, it's meant to be shared, it's meant to be enjoyed, whether it makes you cringe, whether it makes you laugh, whether it makes you cry,
Whether it helps you procrastinate from the homework you have.
whether, you know,
Helps you block out your parents fighting. I don't fucking know.
a little bit of context. I recently I defecated and I did not take my phone. And
Oh, which in today is a milestone.
yeah, and I pooped, I wiped, and I left. It took no more than 2 minutes.
I'm surprised you even shit in that time.
Exactly. It's interesting how we're being fed content constantly, but at the same time, we're addicted to it. But
There's gonna be There's gonna be a whole generation of kids that have blood clots in their legs because they're on the toilet for like an hour and a half, watching all kinds of shit on their phone.
That's true. But also, a little piece of context for anyone who listens to this. It's currently the spookiest of weekends. And
Sorry.
we live in a mecca of party, drugs, bitches.
We live in Miami.
Well, now we're going to get stalked. But
Of all the people that live in Miami,
But-
in northern Cuba,
we're Friday night, spooky weekend. We had plans.
a coworker of mine was at the wharf. We could have gone there. My brother lives in an apartment. Could have gone there.
But
That's close to a party area, literally with bitches in costumes all over the place. Could have gone there. But we chose to.
we bought cheap ass vodka. We ignited a pre-Castro cigar. And that's the name of the person I bought this cigar. His name is Pregato Castro. And we're gonna try to
make content.
make content. But it's I hope there's someone listening somewhere in buttfuck Oklahoma. And if they listen to this, they could be like, wow, they're next door to literally what rap videos are made.
Oh, I went to the skate park the other day, a couple weeks ago. I'm skating, doing all kinds of goofy shit. and there's someone shooting a rap video in the bowl where you skate. And I don't mean a guy and his friend. I mean like three bitches in like big red puffy jackets, a guy in a beanie and face tattoos behind the camera. So I assume he's an executive of some sort. And they're really with the music, the 6 speakers, the lights, the retakes. We're in the Mecca. We're right next to it.
And with all that being said, we chose to give you guys the prototype, the beta version, the demo free to play Pizza Hut CD console version of whether you want to call this a podcast, a talk show, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We decided
A
to
video diary.
a video diary. um we decided to just speak to the phone. We flipped out the beer pong table and
We got
decided
two
to
drinks
just
set up on it.
and decided to just ramble for anyone who actually listens to this. But as I was saying, I really hope someone in buttfuck Oklahoma, buttfuck Iowa, they just listen to this and they can get a little bit of peace of mind that it doesn't matter how close to the party you are. Sometimes you're not invited.
That's not the message that I want to send.
Correct. Sometimes you don't want to be invited. Sometimes you don't even want to show up. Sometimes you don't want to go.
You know how when you're around the smell all day and your nose blind to it? That's what we are to this mecca of party that we have. We're sensory blind to it. A couple days ago, this girl I met in New York. No. I met this girl in New York, beginning of October. She gave me her number, we chit-chatted, whatever. And then she told me that she'll text me when she's in Miami. And I thought, in my brain, oh, cool. There's gonna be a bitch in my area. In the future, I could do some shit. And then she gets to Miami, texts me a couple days ago. She tells me that she's going to 3 Points, gonna explore the city, XYZ, and I just thought, I've already done those things. I've seen the sights, I've been to the party, I don't give a fuck anymore about that. And I said, cool, but no thanks, enjoy your time. And I think those are the people who would be listening. Those who want to be able to relate to the norm of what this is. This makes me think of people in New York who are, I love New York. New York is a wonderland to me. But there are people in their apartments watching You, the Netflix show, because they've already seen the sights. They've already been in Central Park, had the picnic, had the delis and the gyros, the gyros if you want to be politically correct.
You mean Euros?
The Euros, yeah, whatever. And they're looking for something that can placate the sameness that they feel every day, if that makes sense.
What he's trying to say is that, or she's trying to say,
Tell me.
that, the bells and the whistles are only flattering the first time you hear it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But sometimes, I'll tell you this though, the belle of the ball, she might not have better tits than my friend's grandma.
Who has miraculous tits, by the way.
The most supple, most beautiful pair. Like, I can't even begin to describe. Like, cup your hands, like if you're about to get poured the first drink of water
You've had in years.
In years. You're climbing, you're fucking crawling through the desert, and you cup your hands trying to get that one little cup from the oasis. Put one of her fucking memories on your hand, and she is the oasis. Anyways, besides, shout out to my grandma, my friend's grandma.
Not your grandma.
Not my grandma. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Chilo. But
deflated, dusty tits with maggots.
We could always imagine in that urn.
Wait, she's cremated?
No, I don't. Yeah, she was actually.
Oh,
but besides the point. Yeah, some grandmas have decent tits. So like, think about it like this, and this is coming from experience. Sometimes things sag, things wrinkle, but a titty's still a titty.
Chili's. You want to talk about that grandma on I forgot Pornhub or X videos?
I don't want to talk about it because it's something that people can already have access to. If it was a personal story, I'd love to talk about it. But to make matters short, this perfect pair of tits that belong to like a 60-plus-year-old, a silver sneaker, if you will.
Silver sneaker.
She had.
Are we talking about this friend?
No, we're talking about the Pornhub lady.
Oh, the porn. Okay.
This bitch had one of the nicest pair of fucking tits.
Beautiful gray head of hair.
And
here comes the
my favorite part was that she clearly said it in the video, like the jizz of young men keep them fresh. They keep them young.
I want to be that guy. I want some grandma to tell me, listen, dapper young man, I need young semen to keep my tits milky and taut and tight. Keep the skin smooth on it.
My G's is the fountain of youth.
She would rub them on her breasts in the video.
So
it was amazing.
Amazing, it really was.
And here's the best part. That's probably a side income too.
You know, to all the young fellas, to all the young my mans out there, if you can and if you can try, attempt to just talk to an older woman. And when I say older, like minimum 40 years old. Attempt.
I want to make it the magic number.
44?
44.
Yeah, this fucking Jackie Robinson ass over here. Anyways, attempt 40 minimum, because not only do they want to talk,
they're gonna have a sex drive higher than you. I'm sorry to cut you off. They know what they want. They know they're not gonna date you because you have a future, because she's already had her future. She's where she needs to be and where she wants to be. And 3, you are gonna be exactly what you need to be, which is just dick.
And I think you missed out a very fucking important little golden tidbit.
Tell me.
They will groom you to become the man that you want to be, because they've seen the Chads, they've seen the Bradleys, they've seen the Johns, they've seen the Jims,
they've seen the Erics,
they've seen all of they've seen all of the above.
This is where I'm going to insert a personal story.
Before you insert the personal story, they've seen it all. They've seen it all. And what they're going to do is they're going to make you realize what you are and play to your strengths.
And also what you need.
Because you can't make a Jeffrey a Chad.
No,
you can't make a Bernard a Bradley. But what you could do.
Also, I'm sorry for everyone who's named Bernard in 2021. What the fuck?
But what they will do though is that they will emphasize your strength, and you're gonna fucking use them. You're gonna use them to not only your advantage. You're gonna be able to play what? You're gonna be able to play fucking 3D Tetris.
Forget 3D Tetris. You're gonna be able to play the chess that has those 3 boards, 3-dimensional chess. That's a real thing. It scares me that people play that shit. But short anecdote of myself. 22 years old, I was involved with a 44-year-old woman, and she groomed me at some point. To that I won't get into, because at some point it was weird, telling me I was a god and shit. But 2 things happened. At some point she got emotionally invested.
She would jerk him off, swallow his load, and call him Vishnu.
Shut the fuck up. In the midst of sweaty, hot fucking, she would tell me she loved me. Like, I love you, and all that shit. And me being a young, dumb, full of cum, 21-year-old, 22-year-old, I would also say, yeah, I love you too. But when I said it, it felt like an automatic response. It felt like a copy-paste that you would send in an email. It didn't feel genuine. And it was always a little awkward afterwards, because I could tell that's not what she wanted to hear. But we're so used to having it reciprocated that what else would you want to hear? And then one day, we're fucking, she says it again, and it makes me angry at some point. And I just yell, as you should love me. And she started writhing, like as if Yes, that's what got her off. Telling her that as you should. It's a weird thing to think about now, and it really was a moment that just made me think, like, holy fuck. She doesn't want me to love her. She wants someone in my head, maybe I'm wrong, to love. Or want someone that can handle her love type shit or whatever. But it was an experience.
It was a good experience, definitely for him. But yeah,
Oh, there's another one that I want to
pretty
add.
much, pretty much,
Okay.
the idea of an older woman grooming you is
And helping you what you need to be.
and helping you become who, not necessarily who you want to be, but who you should be.
Who you should be.
Because, like I said, you can't turn a Jeffrey into a James.
No.
It's beyond important. If you're a little fucking, if you're a little soy boy, you're gonna become the ultimate soy boy. If you're just a natural fucking, Stromboli Chad, you're gonna become the fucking, you're gonna be you're gonna be yeah, you're gonna be the fucking what? You're gonna be the yeah, you're gonna be the riveting ravioli. It's They will help you to do that. So point being, let yourself attempt to get to know an older woman, because
They will treat you so
fucking
right.
they will fucking groom you, and they will fucking build you up. They'll turn you into a level 5 fucking mafia boy into a level 99 boss lord. It's fucking great. Side. One thing I do want to say though is recently, I we live in a vanity centric location where it's either you are or you aren't. And if you started, I'm going to be vague, but if you started, you're not, because you have to look like success. You can't say you've invested, you can't say you've began, and this doesn't matter. Blank, I've done blank, I started to blank, I've started to, or I began to blank. It doesn't matter. No one wants to hear your trial. Everyone wants to see triumph. So
People like results. Yeah.
people want to see the results. So to put it plain and simple, I want to just briefly discuss whether it be economic success or physical physical gains, looking jacked, looking juicy, looking stacked, looking succulent, but at the same, or bling bling watch, vroom vroom car, fucking, it's either success. You have to look the part, especially in the location where we are.
That reminds me of a coworker I had who came from fucking Missouri, I think. And Miami freaked her out because she said, one, it's a vacuum. Once you get sucked in here, nothing else really seems to matter. And two, people here walk around like they are the shit. When in truth, you haven't really done much to be the shit.
Motherfuckers might smell like the shit, but that don't make them the shit.
Stealing cologne from the local fucking TJ Maxx to smell good. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I've seen that happen. Get the fuck out of here.
In the words of Uncle Shannon Sharp, you ain't what the elephant left at the showground.
That's a lot of shit.
That's a lot. That's a heaping helping of fucking shit.
So cute over there.
If you've ever looked at an English bulldog, just know that you could use it as a pocket pussy. And I'm not saying, bestiality. I'm just saying
the flaps of the arms.
The flaps of the arms, the flaps of the face.
Even the neck is enough.
But don't do that. That's fucking disgusting. What's wrong with you?
You've already given them the idea.
But yeah, no one wants to see trial. Everyone wants to see success and or error. I have a boy who started taking steroids. Motherfucker's morbidly obese now.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? And he was letting people know that he's on his shit.
Here's the issue. He never put in the work. He was already fast. Started popping pills, taking steroids. You know what scared me?
I used to inject the motherfucker. And let me tell you something. I have the hands of a goddamn doctor. I've injected my mom with like fucking nerve killing shots. And she
Really?
tells me, "Is it over?" And I already been and done injected her. I got the hands of a goddamn. I used to play darts on this motherfucker's ass.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I remember one time he showed me his collection of supplements.
Fucking syringes, vials, all that shit.
It was enough to like make me run out the house. It was scary. It was like a laboratory of just shit. But to get back to the main point, he was already obese. And
No,
didn't
he
put
was
in the
he
work.
was fat.
He was fat.
He was
and
fat.
That made him obese.
And that shit like turned him into a fucking, not a good buffalo, like a bad buffalo.
A sick buffalo.
A sick buffalo.
Not
like-
if I recall correctly.
Like if a buffalo lived in a plain of cheeseburgers instead of plain of grass. Like, and not in a farm.
I remember his stomach hanging over his dick. At some point, it was like between his knees and his waist. You could play bongo on his fucking stomach.
He was the best goalie on our youth soccer group, only just because he actually fit the shape of the goal itself.
He didn't have to move. He was just.
He didn't have to
He just
move.
sat there the whole game. Balls would bounce right off him. And shit.
But yeah.
You know what scared me though? Here's the worst part. I remember being in high school with him, and he, high schooler, easily squatting like what, 285, 300 pounds, no problem. But then after years of just not doing shit, eating terrible, and then doing steroids, one time he came to my house, and I just asked him, "Could you do a body weight squat?" He almost passed out. He almost shit himself. And I saw his face go red. He coughed. I haven't done that in years. It's the epitome of somebody who peaked in high school. And even then, not the biggest high school either.
A real Icarus story.
Yeah.
He flew too close to the burger. But yeah.
He saw the golden arches.
And he
and just
saw the
went for
golden
them.
arches and just fucking flew to them. But yeah. Pretty much this is it. This is the, like I said, this is the demo sample. This is the beta cup episode -1. It is what it is. If you enjoyed it, I hope you were studying,
Maybe it'll be a romance novel.
driving. It's a fucking romance done, baby.
You never know.
Fucking romance done. If you were driving,
It's not zero, it's
studying,
negative
doing
one.
laundry, cleaning the house, and we got you through at least 30 minutes of that shit.
Has it been 30 minutes?
We did the most that we could.
Holy fuck, it's been 28 minutes.
And I hope you motherfuckers enjoyed. And if you guys didn't, well,
Before you close out, here's the beauty of good content. It'll make half an hour feel like 10 minutes. Time fucking flies.
hey, sometimes your best nuts happen within half a minute.
Well, it is, but that's also kind of sad.
Not speaking from personal experience.
Is that why you can't keep a girlfriend?
I can't keep a girlfriend for multiple reasons. But those are reasons for episode 7 and 7. Anyways, this is Jeb, this is Bush, signing
Finding out.
off. Goodbye. Fuck you.
Yeah.